This company has been around since '79. Headquartered in the state of Ohio, they made legends like the Six Pack, the General Lee, and the SOB. Known for being the kings of dirt, they made some flat-ish too, and that's why we're digging into DK today. What up, people? Derek here with Bendy Tube, and that's right, it is DK Day. But first, check this out. Cincinnati Flatland fanatics, heck of a crew out of Cincinnati, Ohio. Go check out one of their jams at the Spooky Nook. One's probably coming up. Check them out. Follow them on their socials. Great crew. So it started with the stem back in 1979 whenever a dude named Bill, which is a totally appropriate 70s name for a kid, kept breaking his stems. His dad Charlie made a stronger one, and the rest is history. Like I mentioned in the intro, legendary names like the General Lee, the Six Pack, 8-Pack, SOB graced this company. Mostly race and dirt and park type stuff. They had a vibe for sure. Fun fact, I thought DK stood for Dirt King this whole time, until I learned it stands for dads and kids. Then someone at DK said, you know what the future is in BMX? It's flatland. It's not hucking, it's in the flats. So they focus 100% of their energy on this. DK started by sponsoring Aaron Benke, a freestyler with some street and dirt in his roots, but a legit ground practitioner. Quick in, strange switch, quick out, really unique style for sure. Now you'd watch this video from '04 and you'd be like, is it a street or a flat video? I don't know which he preferred, but he had that iconic hot steez for sure. In '05, DK said flat is the future, and they heard the vibes and made the signal. A frame only, I think, but don't quote me on that, with a nice gusset up front. Honestly, decent design, flat caps on the stays, dropout not the size of a satellite dish. Really good first effort. 19-inch top tube, probably a 75-degree head tube angle, and I want to say this rolled from '05 to '08 with some completes in there too, but I could not find a picture of an OG Survivor signal. Then in '07 we got the transmitter, and if you're not seeing a trend, I'll help you out. Signal, transmitter, there you go, you're welcome. This one being Aaron Benke's signature whip, sold as a frame that you could get on Flatland Fuel, and maybe a complete. Again, I can't confirm. Same dims, 19 up top, 75-degree head tube angle with 13.25 out back, and I love this brown color. Interesting addition, the dropouts are parallel with the ground, which means that you can change the length of the wheelbase without impacting the head tube angle, which begs the question, whose angle and droppies, folks? I want to keep my dims locked. You'll have to pry my 74.5-degree head tube angle for my lifeless hand, Susan! Then from 10 to 13 we got the Opsis, which I had to look up the definition, and I quote, meant to look like something else. Kind of funny. Sold as a complete, same dims, 19 and 75. At all points it was a budget-friendly, flatland, entry to mid-level bike, but by 2013 you got something looking like a proper flat rig out of the box. Maybe it's that plastic pivotless seat that's waiting to break your coccyx, but all around decent looking bike. Great job, DK, for sure. There's several examples of this on the museum, so I think it was pretty well received. Over the years, they've had some shredders like Aaron Benke, Nate Hansen for a couple years from '98 to '01, and the one and only Zach Catfish Yankish. This dude was a hilarious troublemaker throughout all the mid-school, the OG troll, but he also rode and announced, and was recently talking smack at the Swamp Fest in Florida and Feast over in Montpelier. Part of our Flatland family, Catfish rides with that free style. Bit of park, bit of flat, bit of dirt, sprinkled in with some street. Controversy swirls the dude, but he loves this sport and he's been a part of it for years, and y'all, I miss Catfish. I really do. Back when the internet didn't suck. And that's it. Or is it? DK has had one of my absolute favorite riders on their roster for over a decade in a somewhat low-key agreement. They have something hooked up to where it works for both of them, and that's really cool to see. The rider, Dane Beardsley. Dane started riding for DK and has been rocking a DK ever since. He went from the signal to the transmitter shown here. He got a custom DK for a bit when his style pointed to a longer top tube. Then he rode a team frame with a 20.5 top tube and a shorter rear end. Today he's fallen the freaking all around frame, the DK phase. It's got the perfect for street head top tube length, the 20.6 inches and a 75.2 degree head tube angle and 13.25 out back. And yo, he's a bit of a freestyler too, riding street, grinding rails, flowing trails on a 21-inch phase. But his flat is just on another level. The American White Ski, uber creative, super hard jibby type entry and exit stuff, like overcomplicating a sick line with the switch body burial exit at the combo, like endless flow in between. One of my favorite styles, just minimal pumps. Kick here, scuff there, and just slow, steady, controlled, rolling, mid-school style. Go watch his 2023 video About Time, like now. This video's over. Great job, DK, Derek Bendy Tubes. I'm done. Go watch Dane Beardsley About Time.